everyone, I'm Lisa Lashes from the Lisa Lashes School of Music, and you are listening to the LLSOM Kickstart to Your Musical Journey podcast.
On the Lisa Lashes School of Music podcast, we have a talented guest, Dannymo. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name's Danny Clark, and I've joined the Lisa Lashes School of Music back in 2018. I was part of the Cohort 2 group, and still to this day I miss it.
Wonderful. Now, I thought we'd start by taking it back to the beginning, because everyone's got their story. What is it that sparked your interest in music to begin with?
Well, the thing is, for me, like, music's always been like a go-to for me, like whatever mood I'm in. So it's been in me anyway, you see, from like a very early age.
Right.
And yeah, the thing that I really noticed the most, well, I wanted to get into like DJing and music producing, was I'd sit there and just listen to mixes or tracks just over and over and over again. I'd be sat there for hours. So I thought, why don't I just get more involved, really? That was the first stage.
You talk about mixes and the artists that you used to listen to. So could you give us an example of some of the artists and DJs that you grew up binging?
Well, like I say, one that really sticks out for me is John BW, John Evans. He's a hard house DJ, like a funky hard house DJ, and he's more of like a warm-up DJ as well.
Fantastic.
So I think there's really, really good talent in that, being a warm-up DJ. And like the other end of it would be like Paul Glasby as well, a big hard house DJ. And he used to finish off the nights, you see. So yeah, they were probably my two biggest inspirations.
Fantastic. I just wanted to ask as well. So it sounds like you've had music as a part of your life for so long, and it's been so important to you. Could you even imagine what you would be doing if you didn't have music in your life?
I don't know how I would get through my day, to be honest with you, if I didn't have music. So I don't know whether you feel the same way.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
I would be lost without it, to be honest. I completely get where you're coming from.
Yeah.
It's such an important part of, I can imagine, your life and mine, that without it, wouldn't really know what to do with ourselves. So I completely understand. Yeah.
No, like I say, train journeys or anything like that, I'd be lost. Like, I do it now. I've not got enough charge on my phone or anything. I'm just like, I'll get halfway on the train. I'm just like, no way.
So you've obviously, since leaving the school, you've obviously been, DJing, about making your own music. I wanted to ask you, so for you, what has been your most memorable gig with you as the DJ?
Probably the gig that I did with John Cooper. That was their night, John Cooper and Sarah. And yeah, that was straight after the school when we finished, and they asked me to go back to back with him, on his night, which I thought, wow, thanks, mate. Just yeah. But it was reassuring as well, doing it with somebody that I know, that I'm friends with, and as soon as we got there, we smashed it as well.
The energy there must have been electric.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was a really good turnout and everything. I was quite surprised actually when I walked in, how many people were there, and it was just like, that's added pressure as well, seeing so many people there come see you play.
Sure.
Yeah. Once you drop a few tracks, you're fine.
Yeah, it's like a flow state then, isn't it? Anything that comes after that. So I wanted to ask as well, obviously, though you've DJed a lot, you've obviously attended a lot of cool functions. I wanted to ask, what for you has been the most memorable night out where you have been an attendee?
Attendee is probably going to have to be the Tidy Weekenders. They are the place to go. And I don't think since the first one I've been to, I don't think I've missed one yet. See, they were many. Probably Tidy Weekend 8, and I've not missed one since.
That is the mark of a great event. for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
In the School of Music, there's a lot of people listening, like yourself, who obviously really interested in music production, DJing. I just wanted to ask for any aspiring DJs, what's the biggest piece of advice you could offer them?
Just enjoy your journey, basically. Because I'm very much a person where I like to stand back and evaluate, and not really rush into things or anything. So like I know some people are very, very different. They want to get where they want as soon as they can. But for me, I just want to enjoy the whole process.
Savor the journey almost.
Savor the journey, yeah. Because like I say, I enjoy listening to music, so why shouldn't the journey be enjoyable?
Completely. And it sounds like that's something that you've kind of followed through your entire journey as a DJ producer.
Yeah.
Even back then, did you know, I've got to kind of live in this moment and really appreciate where I'm at when you started?
Definitely. Because like say you can rush into things and you miss things, can't you? So like just do it step by step.
I just want to go back to the delivering a set at the club, because you talked about your first set and how crazy it was and how brilliant it was for you. Was it what you expected it to be?
I expected to be nervous. Like I'm one of those people that, first time nerve jitters. And but yeah, I did feel like, wow, I just want to do that again. I got the bug straight away afterwards. But
Yeah,
went from one end of the Richter scale to the other end.
I love that. That's brilliant. Give us a bit of background then. So, what Lisa Lash's School of Music location where did you attend?
I attended at Northampton, and that was back in 2018. I was part of the cohort 2 group, and yeah, like I say, I got the jitters again before I went in, because at the end of the day, I've only watched people like Lisa behind the decks, like on night events. But like I say, as soon as I got stuck in, and as soon as I started speaking to everybody, all the tutors, I was completely fine. I was completely relaxed. Like I say, they're all there to help at the end of the day.
So you must have had that impression very quickly. These are great people, here to help, etc.
Yeah, very quick. As soon as because they were doing examples of what they did when we came in, and put us in groups of people and showing us to ask any questions after, for the first day. And I think I pulled Rob to Sarah aside to ask him a few questions on the first day. And, this is somebody I've always just seen behind the decks with a crowd of people. And it's just like completely relaxed. He's more than willing to help.
Well, I wanted to ask, because you bring up a great point, which is all of these tutors, they've got so much experience. They're industry professionals. They've done it all. So for you as a student starting out there, that must have been a huge help, having people who, well, like you say, they've been and done it all. You've seen them DJing. It must have made all the difference having someone that you knew, as an industry professional, and someone who was prepared to teach you really well.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because all my work now, and even my social medias and everything, are just professionally mapped out. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to try and get recognised by a big record label, and they're looking at hundreds of emails daily, you need to look as professional as you can to get noticed in them 100 emails daily from like these big record labels.
I wanted to ask as well. So, what is it that you were actually looking to learn when you joined the school? Was it more a production side, or was it DJing that you had your heart set on?
I say, because I had like about 5 years experience like DJing before I started. I wanted to get like more into production, because I sat down with producers before I came. But I just wanted to, step it up a bit. But when I got there, and like a couple of weeks in, I thought, there's so much more than just DJing and producing that you can learn. I mean, it's like radio presenting, and there's event management and stuff like that, which is just like, it was opened up a whole different side to it that I never really looked at.
I'm glad you've said that, because obviously in the school they teach you about all these different kind of facets to the industry. So like all this other stuff besides the DJing and production. Do you think it really helped in all those areas more than you expected?
Yeah, I had a better understanding of all that as well at the end of it, definitely. But it's where you want to take yourself, and in those, I don't think there's many courses that you can go on that's put that much wide spectrum into the industry. Yeah, I was very surprised it was free. I mean, I don't think there's many paid courses out there that give you as much experience compared to the course at the School of Music.
For sure. Well, if you look back on the whole experience, it might be difficult to kind of isolate one particular thing. I wanted to ask, what was your favourite part? Looking back, what was your favourite part of attending the school?
I've thought about this for quite a long time now, because like I enjoyed all of it when I was there. I enjoyed all the knowledge that I got, all the tutors that I met, on all the students that I met as well that I still keep in contact with. But I'd probably have to say, being part of a radio show at the Northampton University. It's like a proper radio show, and a studio radio, and yeah, that was one for me. Just being part of that, it was something totally different to me.
Was it just a completely new experience for you at the time?
Yeah, it was, definitely. It was. And I even thanked the tutors after it as well, because it was just like, I never thought I'd do something like that.
No, for sure. It goes to show all the opportunities as well that the school can give you. I know that we've got a lot of people on the program at the minute. A lot of people doing production, and so to hear all of this from someone who's kind of seen and done it all, and gone and made something fantastic of himself. I just wanted to ask, with that being said, what's the future looking like for Dannymo?
Not sure. Well, keep up my production and get more involved in sound design. I want to build myself a studio as well, definitely. So I've got a few tracks in the pipeline, but I can't really say much more than that.
Oh, keep my lips sealed.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, don't get told off. Probably the track that I listen to the most that never gets old for me is Signum, What You Got For Me. And that's something that's hit me straight away when I started clubbing.
Fantastic track, to be sure.
Yeah.
So I wanted to thank you for taking the interview. It'd be great to see what you come out with in the coming days or coming months. I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you so much, Dannymo.
No problem. Thanks very much, Will.